Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I am doing pretty good, I have to say. After all that we've been through, I just want to give y'all an update on my husband. He's doing very, very well. Y'all know Monday he had a quadruple bypass. Um, you know, with all this coronavirus going on, they don't want to let anybody in the hospital. Women are having to give birth all alone. People are having to go through surgeries all alone with no family members or nothing. When we get to the hospital on Monday, we weren't sure what was going to happen because their protocol keeps changing. And I have a friend that works there. She's a nurse. That she's been such a godsend and so helpful. She's such an angel. Um, and she's in ICU, so she's right there on the floor with him, and she's really helping my husband so much. She's taking really good care of him. She's a wonderful nurse, and she's a head nurse. She's head of everything, so she schedules everybody and does everything. So it's perfect. So anyway, we get there on Monday. They take him in, and they told me we'll call you back to come back in a few minutes. And I thought I might just have to, sit there. At first, I was told I was going to have to go sit in the car, but at least I could be in the waiting room. But this was pre-registration. If y'all have ever gone in for day surgery or anything, you go through the pre-registration. So we get there and they take him in the back, and about 30 minutes later, they call me back there. They let me go to pre-op with him and stay there and sit with him while they did all his IVs and everything. So they let me stay there with him and everything. And the nurse that was going to be the one that would call me and tell me how the surgery was going, she was, taking care of him and everything through the surgery and calling me. She was going to give him his cocktail. They say she was going to give him a margarita cocktail to make him feel good before he got to the operating room. So right before she did that, she told me, after I give him this, y'all are going to have to say goodbye and you're going to have to leave the hospital. And I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, you have to leave. Just go home. And I mean, we live almost an hour away from the hospital. And I said, I am not going. I said, I'm not leaving. I'm not going. I started to cry, y'all. I just started to cry. And some wonderful, sweet angel from the other side of the curtain, another nurse said, she doesn't have to leave. She can go in the waiting room. It's open. I don't know why that nurse said that or they let me do that. I was the only one in the waiting room. I was the only one there, y'all. It was a huge waiting area. Nobody else was there. Nobody else was allowed. I somehow got to stay there. And the nurse called me and would update me about how it was going. Everything went fine. He did good. And then they told me I would get to see him on his way up to ICU. They would stop and let me see him real quick as they took him to ICU. Well, his doctor came in to tell me about how the surgery went. And then he said, oh, I'm sorry. We forgot to come and get you and let you see your husband. I apologize. And I'm like, what do you mean you apologize? I wanted to see him. That's not good enough. And now I can't see him for 1 week. I was like, oh, hell no. Y'all, I have the will of a, know what? And I said, I texted my friend that's a nurse. I texted her and I said, I'm staying here. I'm going to stay here until I can see him. I want to see my husband. And she got me up to the ICU. I waited like an hour after they brought him up there and they got him all situated. And I went to see him for 5 minutes. I just took a look at him, make sure he's, there, he's fine. Met his nurse and everything, got all the phone numbers that I needed so I could call. And he's good. He's good. He's had so much pain. You guys, he's very strong. He works out every day and he's strong and virile and all. But let me tell you, when it comes to pain, his threshold for pain is very low, very low. Now, of course, anybody that goes through that kind of surgery is going to experience, horrible pain. I can understand that. Today is the first day. It's the first 24 hours, right? Today's Tuesday. So he has called me today 5 times on his cell phone. And he's just because he's in pain. He's in so much pain. And he had a lot of phlegm in his chest. He couldn't cough. every time he would cough, it would rack his chest, and he needed to get that phlegm out, and he couldn't cough hard enough to get it out because it was so thick. And I text my friend, and she went and got him a breathing treatment and loosened up all that phlegm, and they got him more pain medication. And then I talked to him today, about an hour ago or so. I talked to him, and he's feeling much, much better. That loosened up all the phlegm, and it's gone, and he can breathe, and he's not coughing every 2 seconds. He's much, much more comfortable. But of course, I can only talk to him for like 1 minute at a time. It's not like we're having any long conversation. He's out of it. He's completely out of it. But he's doing really, really good. There was a line that they put in your neck, go to your heart, to monitor your heart through your artery here. And they pulled that line out today. Tomorrow, his drain tubes go out. So he's progressing and he's doing good. All his vitals are good, but he's in a great deal of pain. That's the only thing. They put a heart pillow on his chest. So he moves around, he gets up and gets in his chair. They make you sit up. He sat up in his chair. Of course, it's one of those lounge chairs that are pretty comfortable. But they got him up today. They sat him in that chair for 5 hours because he had to drain. His tubes had to drain. So he had to sit up there. But they do recline it a little bit, but they want him mostly sitting up for 5 hours. He got up at 5:30 till 10 o'clock. I guess 4.5 hours technically, but that's a long time. I know he was probably happy to be back in the bed. But anyway, he's doing good, you guys. And I don't know when he'll come home. I'm not sure because, I don't get to talk to the doctors and I don't know what they're telling him or saying. So, but I know that you stay in the hospital for at least a week. So I don't expect him to come home till, Sunday or next Monday. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. So that's my update on my husband. Thank you guys. Thank you for all the prayers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys, all your well wishes, all your prayers, they help so much. They really, really do. He is in such good hands and he's doing so well. And I know it's because of all you guys' prayers, and of course, praying for the doctor and the nurses and everybody. Pray for all those people that are, all the nurses and all the doctors that are on the forefront fighting this coronavirus. Pray for them too, you guys. They're angels. They're angels. And there's so much going on right now. Okay, enough of my drama. I was reluctant to even do a video, you guys, see if I can get through this. So, but I've, connected with spirit and I have a lot of stuff to tell y'all. So that's what I want to do. Number one, did y'all hear Chris Cuomo? He tested positive for the coronavirus. I couldn't believe it. I saw him last night and he was doing it from his basement, but I came on late and I didn't know why he was doing it from his basement. I wasn't sure why he was doing that. I didn't hear that he'd been exposed to it or nothing. I didn't know until, I heard his brother say it today on TV, the governor of New York. He says Chris has tested positive for the coronavirus. So, wow. But this is what I'm getting from spirit. I'm just like, is he going to be okay? What's going on with him? And I see Chris is grooming himself. He's like, fixing his hair and all that. So he's getting ready to go on camera. So he must be feeling okay, y'all, because I feel like he will be he'll be doing his show tonight from the basement again. Haven't seen it. It's not on yet. Well, but I feel like he will be on. He's doing okay. So prayers to him for a quick recovery. I feel like he's going to do okay, y'all. He's strong and healthy, and I think this ain't going to take him down or anything. He's doing really good. So the show will go on. I don't think maybe he's one of those people that don't get that sick from it. That's what I'm being shown. Okay, so Spirit is telling me that for you guys, the message for you guys, get your walking shoes out. That's what I'm being shown, a pair of tennis shoes, walking shoes. Start moving your body. When you were coming home from work, you were saying, I'm too tired to exercise. I don't want to. I can't. I'm exhausted. I just want to, have dinner and sit in front of the TV and watch something and get up and do it again tomorrow. So now You have time to work out. You have time to get your body in shape. You have time to do all those things that you were neglecting to do. So there's no reason, to neglect yourself right now. And, take this time to devote to becoming healthier. And if you do get sick, and not just with, the coronavirus, but any kind of illness, you have a better chance of fighting it off if you're healthy and strong. So Spirit is saying, take this time. This is a gift to you. Take this time, become more healthy and strong. Devote it to yourself. Devote it to improving yourself. You have this time, use it. Use it to, for your own self. Okay, so now Spirit I'm asking Spirit about this coronavirus and everything, and what can I tell everybody about it? They're showing me Australia. I'm seeing a koala bear, so that tells me this is Australia. I think they've done a very good job protecting the public and slowing down the virus. So whatever they're doing, the U.S. could learn a thing or two for them, but it could be that they started earlier. They started implementing restrictions to the public much earlier, and this has really, really helped. Okay, so that's what we should have done. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on there. I haven't seen any news. You guys, I've barely had any sleep. I slept 2 hours the first night, that we had to leave in the morning for him to get surgery. We had to get up at 3:30. I slept 2 hours. And then last night I slept for 4 hours. So I just haven't been able to sleep or anything. But I haven't heard anything about Australia. I know Lena Rodriguez from Tarot Down Under. I haven't been able to watch her. I like to watch her whenever I can. She's so darn smart, and I love her readings. She's so funny. I love the way she speaks. She is just hilarious. I love watching her. But I don't know. Have y'all heard anything from her? What's going on in Australia? I feel like things are getting a little bit better there. So, and also David Johnson. Have y'all heard anything about him? Because he's in Australia too. And I love his readings too. The Man in the Moon, I love his readings. But they're just saying that Australia is doing better. They're doing better. And we could learn from them. Also, I'm getting a flash on Japan. Now, so what they're doing is working also. It's working well. So I don't know what they're doing. They're wearing a lot of masks. So that's what it is. They wear masks. Oh, and they're really, in Australia too. Australia has some big fines, right? That's what it is. They have big O fines. If you don't, participate, if you're out in the street or something, I think you get big fines. It's a big fine. That's what it is. So. But for Japan, I feel like everyone wears a face mask. They wear it all the time. I think for some reason, these Asian countries, they're more likely to wear face masks. It's something that they're doing anyway. They've done it in the past, so maybe because it's so densely populated that they, they take measures already not to get sick. So we can learn from that too. If you go outside, cover your face, guys, cover your face. Everybody cover their face. If everybody would cover their face when they go out, and, of course, only go out for essentials if you have to right now, but cover your face because you're protecting everybody from anything you might have. And if we all protect everybody from what we might have, we wouldn't be passing around this virus, okay? So if you don't have a face mask, use a scarf, use something, it will help. At least when you're coughing or you're sneezing, it don't go out into the air. Droplets don't go out into the air. It muffles it, and it can be caught in a scarf. So it will help. It's not like a surgical mask, but this will help. Um, so this virus actually has brought everybody together, believe it or not. We're all in this together. No matter where you live, no matter who you are, we're all trying to fight this horrible virus. It's actually united the whole world in a fight against this COVID-19. It's united us together. It really has. Um, they're showing me elephants walking, holding one tail after the other, like a circus of elephants. So that means we will never forget this pandemic. It will never be forgotten, because elephants never forget. This is going to lead us to work together in the future. The tail and the trunk going together, they're together. We're all going to be hand in hand working together. We will never forget this. This is going to open the door for future, sharing more medical information and helping each other. This is going to help all nations, y'all. It really will. It's going to help everybody because we're never going to forget this pandemic. And we all have to work together. If we don't all work together, we can all, a virus can take us all out. So we have to work all together. And this is really going to open the door and really make that completely possible, that we're going to really do this. Not that we weren't doing it. I guess we were, but it's going to be on a broader scale. Put it that way. You know that saying that people that pray together stay together? So it's really true, you guys. So no matter what religion you are, it doesn't matter how you pray or what you believe in at all, we're all praying for the same thing, and prayers work. They really do. So just know that we're all praying for the same thing. We're all together. Okay. Okay. Next, I want to take a look at Governor Cuomo. He he is doing an excellent job in New York. I mean, I think he is, but I'm not living in New York. I don't know what New Yorkers think, but he comes across very well. Every day on the TV, he seems very strong and good. But Spirit is showing me that he's actually going through a transformation. So I don't know how he was thought of. He got elected there, so they must like him, right? But they're showing me a transformer robot. That's what I'm seeing. So he's going through a transformation right now for him, and it's good for him. It is good. But he's so much in the trenches right now. People are asking are talking about him becoming president, that he'd make an excellent president. I think he'd make a wonderful president. I would love to see him be president. But right now, he is doing the best that he can to help New York. And he will emerge a hero. He will. So I don't know, like I said, I don't know what his job rating was before this, but I know that people are impressed with him. A lot of people are really impressed with him and what he's doing. So, and how he copes under pressure but I don't think he's thinking about being president right now. He's just got so much on his plate. He's just dealing with this that I don't feel like, you know, that's even remotely in his mind at all. Okay. So we all can see what an excellent man he is and how we would love for him to be the president of the United States. But I don't think maybe it's sometime in the future or something, but right now he's not really into it. He's not even thinking about it. Okay. All right. Now, I have been seeing on my phone things come across that like Biden makes a gaffe. Now, I haven't read about it, because I'm busy. I'm doing other things. Biden has made gaffes all his life. I remember through Obama presidency, he made gaffes all the time. That he was just known for saying things, and that it was just Joe Biden. That was just Joe Biden. He would say things, and they were like, "Oh, there goes Joe again." So he's known for it, and now they're just some people are making a big deal about it. I saw the Young Turks on there. They just keep going on and on, like beating him over the head every time he makes a gaffe or says something. They're like, I'm like, well, it's not near as bad as the things Trump does. I mean, come on. So I really want to know, from Spirit, if Spirit can tell me if there's anything going on with Joe Biden. Is there anything that we need to be concerned with? And you know what they're showing me? Um, they're showing me the neurons in his brain. They're firing slower. So maybe he's just getting old. He's just getting old, y'all. It's called getting old. That's how it is. It's not like, I don't know. I hope that's all it is. I hope that is all it is he's getting old. But that's what they're firing slower. And this could, this could be mild cognitive impairment because, of that. So maybe he does have some gaffes and stuff because of that. But I see the shadow of the vice president looming over him. It's just, so I don't know. That I don't know if that means that the vice president will be there to take over for him if he needs it. They'll be there. Or if that is an indication that they'll have to take over. So it may be that, something happens to Biden during his presidency and the vice president has to take over, because I just see the shadow of the vice president over Biden. Okay. So God bless him and pray for him that, I'm sure he'll be a wonderful president. I just pray that, he doesn't have any problems, any dementia or brain problems or anything. Just pray for him, you guys. All right. So how long is it going to be before things get back to normal? That's what everybody wants to know. What's happening? When are we going to go back to normal? Well, I tell you guys something. Things will never be the way they were. I mean, our lives will get back to some normalcy. But remember after 9/11, remember that happened? Our our lives were completely changed. We had a new normal. It was a new normal, and we had to get used to it. Uh, when we get on a plane now, we can't take liquids. There's all kinds of rules and things about getting on a plane and things. So it was a new normal. It's normal to us now. We're used to it, but back then it cut into some of our freedoms, and you know, this too is going to change everything, and we won't really be at peace, until, of course, we get used to the new normal, until a vaccine comes out. Nobody is going to want to go out there and, you know, mess around with, they're going to say, okay, well, it's died down, but it's still going to be out there until we have a vaccine. It's still going to be out there. It's still going to be prevalent. It can crop up again and again, and it will. That's what's going to happen. It will, like a little fire over here or over there. We're going to see it cropping up here and there until the vaccine's out. And I'm getting the vaccine will not be out until next year. They're showing me New Year's. Even if they get it out by New Year's, that would be super, super early. But I'm seeing New Year's. So I don't know if that means next year or at the New Year time. After New Year's, maybe they'll have a vaccine out. But we have a long way to go, you guys. We have a long way to go, and we're in this together. We can get through this. We can do it. Keep up the prayers. Stay vigilant. Listen to your local authorities. Do what they say. They're not telling everybody to wear a mask. Wear a mask. Pretty soon they will be. They will tell everybody wear a mask. The only reason they're not telling you to wear a mask is because they have a shortage of masks and they don't want you to take it away from our healthcare professionals. That's why. But you can sew your own mask. You can put a scarf on or something. Everybody should do that. So everybody in your household, before they leave, you tell them wear your mask. If they have to go grocery shopping, if they have to go, run to the post office. I had to go to the post office today and I just went in for a minute. I had, to mail the glasses and everything. And thank y'all for ordering sunglasses. They did really good. I'm almost out of the ones that go over the glasses, but I have a different style. I looked in my garage and I found another style. I have loads of glasses. Anyway, just make sure your loved ones are protected, and when they're protecting themselves, they're protecting others. If we all will protect, I'm going to protect you from me, and if you start thinking like that, we're going to think about each other. When we all take care of each other, we're going to be okay. And that's really the lesson here, that we need to be united, stay together, take care of each other. And that's how we do it. But you wearing a mask will take care of your neighbor, your friend, that person passing in the grocery store. So everybody wear your mask, wear something. There was a man and a woman here, an older couple, and they don't know how they got it, but they have the coronavirus. They're here in our community, very close, within 15 minutes of my house. They both have it. The husband died. The wife is, she's in seclusion. She's sick, but she's not sick like him. She's at home. She's not in the hospital, so she's in quarantine. That's what it is. She's in quarantine, and it's really, really sad, y'all. And it's so random. You don't know how it's going to affect you. So you might be able to tolerate it, you may not. So you guys stay healthy, be careful, do take all the precautions that you should. When you go grocery shopping, sanitize your hands. There should be a sanitizing station there. Wipe down your cart. And then when you get out of there, sanitize your hands again. Get in the car, sanitize your hands again. Go home, put away your groceries, wash your hands. Take all the precautions that are needed so that you don't bring this home into your family. Okay? All right, guys. I didn't do a tarot reading, but if you'd like to have one, I am doing them still. Tomorrow I have a full day of readings ahead of me. I can't go see my husband. I'm actually stuck here. I can only talk to him on the phone. But so I'm here and I'm going to be doing readings. So if you'd like to get a reading with me, let me know and I'll be happy to do it for you, okay? And remember, it's a private video reading. I'll send it to you and you can watch it as many times as you like. Because a lot of times when you get a reading from somebody, it goes by real quick and you're like, what did she say? This way I can record it. I can tell you everything you need to know. You ask me the questions ahead of time. I'll focus on the areas that you are asking about, any concerns you have, and then you can watch it over and over and over. And you say, even it makes sense. Even I've had people tell me, because I leave it up, I'll leave the video up and you can go watch it, in 3 months, you can go back and see it again. And sometimes it makes even better sense in a couple of months. You're like, oh, that's what she was talking about. So let me know if you'd like to get a reading. I'd be happy to do it. I need to stay busy, y'all. I got to stay busy. Number one, we don't have no work. Number two, I need to keep my mind busy and not filled with worry. Okay. All right, guys. Love you so much. Again, thank you so, so much for the prayers. I appreciate it so much. I love you guys. And y'all take care. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Bye for now.